points in the game.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Gators will put total leather to crank us up. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Breaks into the open. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter.
It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fakes to grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He'll pull it on the read. Knocked out way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. And if that means handing off the dive, or if that means pitching it, you got to do that. It can't always be about you. And I think the quarterback that time was really hoping it was going to be his number call, but there was nothing there. He tried to do too much. It's a huge negative play that sets this offense going in the wrong direction.
Tripped up for the tackle.
And you can't get it all back in one play, but I really like that second down, man. I mean, that's a big positive chunk. You sneak the run in. They weren't thinking about the run. They were thinking pass after that disaster of first down, what it was. So you kind of make this a little bit more manageable, easier play call now on third down.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You can underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium's...
Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field, locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Gators have it with a first and goal. He's looking to pass. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Gators! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Catch in the middle. It's Marshall. And this one will be stopped for no gain. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Looking downfield. It's Manning. Got his man. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Keeps it and gets past the chains. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And he showed you in 2 plays why this defense has been up late at night. Like thinking about having to guard, he makes you defend the back end, throwing the football, but then has the ability to pull it down and chew up yards with his legs. He makes you cover the whole field, run and pass. Infuriating to deal with as a defense.
Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst case scenario, you don't convert on 4th down, they're backed up in their own end. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, 4th and goal, you're backed up a little bit after a couple bad plays, and you make the play. You needed it. You find your receiver, throw it up. He goes and gets it. What a play by this offense in a critical moment.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Oh, a double pass. Under fire. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Cobb. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it to a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Manning. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change. They take over at the 43.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. He's got the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Manning. Quickly complete. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think
it's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that. Irma, what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Using his legs, it's Lacy. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Got it in the middle, it's Wingo. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off-play action on first down. Going for the big play. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Scanning the field, it's Manning. This time it's complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Looking to scramble, and some room to work. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Power football with the run. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. The inside handoff. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Texas! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the point after is good.
Florida, 7.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
First and 10.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hint.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half.
Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29.
First and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Wants to throw. It's Lagway. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. With the catch, it's Jackson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
The offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Buffalo. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
First and 10.
Here comes the Texas offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got it in the middle, it's Marshall. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great, and this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles, and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to...
There he goes.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. And the returner is stopped.
First and 10.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To throw, it's Lagway. Right on the money.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. After 40, there he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll go with a direct snap. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught in the backfield, it's Cobb. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Lagway. Makes the catch. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second and very short here for the offense. The give to the lone running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. How about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Gators will snap it on first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a second and 18. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Livingston. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Fourth down.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive.
Field goal.
Never a doubt. But wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And that one, I don't think, went the required 10 yards. It did not. Penalty marker is out. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On the option. Now the pitch. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Cobb. At the 35, he's loose. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Complete to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Wants to throw again. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Troy is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 23 to Texas State. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Manning. Gonna take a shot. Finds a spot in the middle. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught in the backfield, it's Baxter. Turning it on! And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. To the air on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they're not on the same page there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Texas, 56. Florida.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick.
Set to kick this one.
Desperation onside kick in the waning moments. Could not get it back as it goes out of bounds, and hope is just about lost. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The short hands, it's Livingston. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might...
Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw it Lagway. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. This time on target. Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.